Says going live. Oh, joy. Okay. Hello, YouTube coin community. This is Robert. I'm with Coin Up, and I am going to be your host for this evening. Dustin is a little busy with other adventures right now, but I'm going to take in tonight is just a live session to take and to introduce myself. As you all know, I'm Dustin's partner. Let's see here. Hello, Lincoln let's see, Lincoln Central Coins. Okay. Let's see here. Gosh, we got a lot of people. Man, I didn't know how the YouTube's gonna act. People, my camera, don't ask me why it's giving the yellow cast. I have no idea. Is the audio, video okay to you guys? I really can't tell from my side other than I see that it's just stupidly yellow. Let's see here. Hello, everybody. Yes. Okay, so as I say, I'm Robert. I am Dustin's partner, and I've got a few things. I don't know what to talk about tonight. There's not going to be no coins, guys. I'm not set up for all that. Hello, coin and card hobbyist. Cool. It's all good. Can see you well. Good. Hello, Devil Dog Dave. Mike Wolf. All right, SJ Mixed Adventures. Hello, long time no see. Jason. Yeah, I know it's stupidly yellow here, Jason. That's the way it is to me. So I don't know. I did a couple of tests, and for some reason, must be something in my computer. My laptop is it's about 5 years old. Hey, John Claggett, how you doing? Good to see you in the room. Okay, people, I've been collecting, just to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been collecting, actually started collecting when I was 14. I took and I got interested when I was 8 when I seen my grandfather's collection. It was fun. I enjoyed looking at the coins. And then at 14, I got re-sparked back into it. Started looking for varieties and errors like a lot of you enjoy. Hello, Tammy. And after I did that, I took a handful of what I thought was double dies to a coin dealer in Cincinnati, Ohio. A guy named Mike. I'm not going to use his last name, but he told me that it was a bunch of machine double dies. So when I tell people that, I understand some of you get disappointed, but I know I was. But he pointed me to the Cherry Picker's Guide. He said, I bought the book from him. It was the first edition of the Cherry Picker's Guide. And I took and I started looking at that, and I started getting interested. Now, I didn't find my first variety after that. I had taken and probably about 4 or 5 years before I found my first variety. Once I found my first variety, though, it seems like I took and the floodgates just opened. Now, guys, I need readers in order to see what everyone's saying. Let's see. Oh, hello, Linda Lee. Shout out from Kentucky. You're just right across the river from me. Hello, Bill J. I'll try and holler out everyone that I can see. This is my first time, so I hope you guys will bear with me. I hope to take up some of the slack that Dustin's got a project on a new business, and he's just busy, and I just want to try and help make up the slack. Hello, Edwin. Edwin, I'm not even going to try your last name. I'm sorry. Let's see. Boy, there's a lot of people out there. So, is there anything you guys would like to talk about tonight or know about me? I will take and I'll be happy to answer any question I can. Let's see here. Wow, there's just so many people. Tyler Brown, hello. Hello, Ken Peavy. Good to see you. I was just watching your video the other night. Thank you, Edwin. Hello, Joe Bunn. Guys, if I hatchet your name, I apologize. I'll do the best I can to take and to pronounce whatever I can. And if I can't, I'm just not going to. Yeah, Ken, I was watching your auction you had the other night. Looked pretty good. For me, I didn't see anything I really needed at that time. Oh, Penny Pincher's in there. Hello, Penny Pincher. Let's see here. Bill J. Hello, Bill J. Wow. Let's see here. Linda Lee, I have not set up I need to set up an email for people to send me pictures of coins. If you have a quarter and it's almost black, it's most likely a sintered planchet, and or it could be a buried coin that was taken out of the ground. I would have to see it. There's several other things it could be, but once I get, maybe tomorrow or the next day, I'll try and get a Gmail address for everyone to take in if they want to send coins, so I can take and look at some of the coins you have. For now, you'll have to just send them to Daring Dramatic, and I don't even know if we have that address up. If somebody wants to, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna type in. I've got an email address. This is an old address of mine, but you're welcome to use that. Send me pictures, and I will look at them as soon as I can, and I will see what I can do. Let's see. I've been looking for that 43 penny for decades. 43 is easy to find. A copper one's very difficult to find. Let's see here. I keep copper 82 and throw back the zinc. Joe Bloom, that's okay if you want to keep the 90% copper, but there is. I thought after the single squeeze operation that the Mint has employed, I figured that was going to do away with the double dies. But we are seeing many double dies each and every year coming out. So let's see. Thank you, Edwin. We're trying to take, and we try to be have a lot of content that is for you, the fans. We're taking, and I don't know, we're just moving forward, and I hope, like I say, I hope to get a little bit better at this and be able to show you guys some coins and stuff in future videos. I took in my microscopic camera, took and sort of went out. Florida, thank you. We're going to be, me and Dustin. Dustin's supposed to be here also at the Cincinnati, it's the Greater Cincinnati Coin Show. It's June 29th to the 30th. It'll be at the Sharonville Convention Center. I will be set up. I help the owner that runs that, Paul Paget. I help him with that, so I will be there for the entire time from the Thursday to the Saturday. Yeah, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. I really need all the support I can get. Yeah, June 29th and the 30th is for the public. I believe it opens at 10. It's free for all to enter. Dustin's supposed to be here, and he's going to be doing some live stream from the show. So I hope you all take the time to come and come out, meet and greet us. I believe Dustin has some of the blank planchets from that accident that happened, and he'll be giving them out. I get to. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm not certain how to take that Lincoln Central coins, but that's good. Makes sense or sense. Okay, let's see here. Like I said, I will be at that show all the time. Now, I'm trying to think if there's other places. I go to the Green Hills, which is in Cincinnati, Ohio, coin show. It's the last Sunday of every month, and it'll be the Sunday prior to the Sharonville Convention show this year, so I will be there. If anybody happens to come by, just stop by. Feel free to say hi. I love talking about coins. I do it many, many times, and I just enjoy talking about them. So, hello, Tammy Jean. Let's see. Tell around, how can you make money coin collecting? How can you make money coin collecting? Okay, I'm going to stick on that for a minute. One's going to be, it's almost like a sport. It's going to take dedication, devotion. Hello, Brian. It's going to take dedication, devotion, and a lot of research. You got to do some research. I would say that you need to take and either buy some books, which, I know today with the internet, I use a lot of the internet, even though I've got a large library of variety and error coins. I also have coins specifically on like Buffalo nickels, Indian head pennies, Morgan dollars, just almost every series. I have specialty books as well, and I read them. That is one way to take, and if you want to make money, do that. And then, don't try to take and get rich off of one coin. It just won't happen. Well, unless you're real lucky, then you might. We had, let's see here, I believe it was Megan Green's her name. She found a 1969 S Lincoln cent, the double die obverse. It's a very valuable coin. So she'll take and she'll do pretty good on that. But, she can pay for a real good vacation, but I don't think it's enough to get her to retire. Brian, I wanted to say hey to Brian. I seen him out there. I know he's out there. Let's see here. Where is it? Yeah, Brian Patrick. I got to meet Brian Patrick out in Washington State when we went over to look at Tim Ratkin's coin machine that we had a video on. And, me and Brian was talking, we took, and we was both raised, we were neighbors when we was raised. He was born in the next town away from me. So I'm a Northern Ohio boy, I guess a Buckeye. So, yes, Newman, thanks, Paul Bloom. Yeah, we got to look at Bloom, and boy, was that an experience. Let's see here. I have a Buffalo nickel, 1909, but really wore out. Well, I don't believe you're going to have a 1909 Buffalo nickel. They started in 1938, so I think you're going to, yeah, it's a little bit before the Buffalo nickels. You probably have a V nickel is what I would say. Let's see here. Yeah, squirrel, thanks, Ken. That's the way I feel. Let's see here. $1 snake. 1913. Oh, yeah, Buffalo nickel started in 1913. I'm sorry. I'm thinking, but still the 1909 would be before the Buffalo series. I don't believe there was any patterns made before 1911 or 12. Let's see here. Saving coins for the 30 year. Just started looking. Again, guys. Welcome, Linda Green. Coin collecting can be a fun hobby. Let's see, 38 was the Jefferson nickel, correct? And let's see here. $1 snake, I think that might be a Chinese counterfeit. In fact, I've got some Chinese counterfeit coins. When they first started doing the counterfeit coins, they took and they didn't know the exact dates. A good example is the trade dollars that the Chinese made, and there's several years that people thought they would strike it rich. I mean, because a good uncirculated trade dollar is worth a little bit of money. Or seeded liberty, that's another one they did. And a lot of them, the years were just not done. Let's see here. Ken has a Hong Kong nickel. Okay. That sounds interesting. Let's see here. Oh, the Hong Kong nickel. Okay. Let's see here. Hello, Melvin. Not certain who that is, but Native Chicks Coins. How are you doing tonight? Hope everyone's doing good. Let's see here. Guys, like I say, I'm just looking at the chat, trying to look at the chat and find things to discuss. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up, guys. Let me know that you're enjoying it, or at least somewhat. Make me feel good. I don't know. Tammy Jean, I just sold several off-centered Washington quarters on eBay. 1943p silver war nickel. If you don't have a gem BU, I would not waste my money unless it was a variety, and it would have to be, if it's a 43, it'd have to be the 3/2 or the double die. There is another double die on the 1943p Jefferson nickel during the war, but it would have to take in, you'd still want them in better grades. Let's see here. Yeah, the off-center cents, or the off-center quarters, I took it. I had a few nice uncirculated ones. They sell anywhere from $20 to $50, depending upon the grade and the year. You get an 83 off-center, and you'll probably get a little bit more. Let's see here. That's an excellent condition. It says, okay, still confusion. I have a 67 Kennedy $half that is in excellent condition, and it says in odd we trust instead of God. That's most likely a grease-filled die. They're pretty common in a lot of the, it's not, well, some people collect those. For some reason, they like that in odd we trust, but I'm not certain. You'd have to look that up on the eBay sold items. Let's see here. Thanks, Ken, for helping that. Yeah, I am one of the admins in the CoinOp group. Folks, I'm not in there too often. I have my own variety and errors group that I take care of. And to be honest with you, doing all this stuff, there just is not enough time in the world, because I've got to take, and I also run a eBay channel. It's errors-4-u, and that's where I sell a lot of coins. So between that and I'm constantly searching coins. You know, somebody asked earlier, how do you make it successful? You know, at times that I'm just sitting here enjoying myself, maybe I'm playing a game of poker. Believe it or not, I can reach down and I got pennies all the time. Hands full of them. I've got bags and bags of them that I look through, and you know, I've found a few of them here. I've got, you know, the problem is you won't be able to see them because I don't have my microscope. But I mean, I'm constantly finding errors. I'm constantly finding varieties and errors. Not all the time, but a lot of time. Hello, let's see here. Charity Oswald. Yeah, thank you. Please hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Jinx Ken. Okay, you're welcome. Okay. Which wheat pennies are valuable? In their own respect, well, I don't know, you know, what's valuable. Describe the valuable. All the wheat pennies are going to hold more than face value if you used to take them and sell them. The valuable ones, I mean, you can go from the most valuable to the least. Least would be a common one. You know, one of the most valuable wheat pennies would be the 1943 copper, which was an error on the mint's part. There was a few of the copper planchets left in the machine when they fired it up to start minting the 43 zinc pennies. But there was also some zinc planchets left in the machine when they fired up to make the 1944 Lincoln pennies, and they are valuable as well. So those are probably your most valuable too. But then you get into high grades, varieties, um, and really the list is long. You would have to take, and you would have to do some research on that. Let's see here. I'm afraid to spend more. I'm a coin hoarder. Tammy Jean, I know the problem, and it's real. I know the problem of hoarding. Even though I sell a lot, I have a problem as far as I took and I started selling my coins a few years ago online, figuring, well, I need to empty it out. I've got a large safe, and it's like I need to start emptying it out. Well, instead, I need to buy a new safe. So if that gives you any idea. Uh, Joe Bunn, you mean steel, not zinc? You're right; they are still zinc coated. But yeah, I believe that is correct. So let's see here. History teacher. Let's see here. Yes, Tammy Jean, it is addicting. I know that. That's like I said, it's a real problem. What got me interested was the coins. When I see my grandfather's coins, I was just all at the beauty. I mean, my first love was the beauty. Hello, Lee Hill. But that was my first love, and once I seen that I could make a little bit of money off of them by looking for the varieties, that was my niche. Because I had bought some coins and I couldn't make the money, and I was a little depressed but I didn't know enough. The truth of it is, if you want to be successful at this hobby, enjoy it. Just make it a hobby. It is something that, the time I've spent collecting has been quality time. And you run across some weird things. Here's one that's weird. Take a look at this coin. Well, it's not a coin, it's metal. Beautiful. But it's just something that you get to run across. Like I say, I enjoy the beauty. Now I'm trying to find out. Somebody said something up here. Boy, you guys are talking fast here. Hello, Robert. Many Lincoln cents and have errors and DD. I have a 2009 set of the Lincolns. 2009 set of new Lincolns. They made during 2009. They really, really made a lot of that entire series. Some of them have some nice varieties, and they're worth a little bit. Again, this is a hobby, and I don't expect to get rich off of it. I just have fun with it. Let's see here. New discovery, strong DDO on the 18p quarter. Michigan pitcher rocks attributed as WDDO1. Brian Patrick, that's a good idea. Problem is, I don't know nothing on that one yet. There's so much new coming out, and not only the new, but there's also old that you've got to pay attention to. And I honestly, again, all of it, to keep up with all of it's kind of difficult. Let's see here. How often the stream? Okay, so Robert, have you seen an error like the Cheryl Montgomery? No. I'm not certain what you're referring to. You'd have to give me more information than that. I need a year, a denomination, and I might be able to help you, or I might be able to talk about it. Let's see here. I get penny boxes and fine keepers. I get nickel boxes and fine keepers. I get penny on diamond quarter boxes. Tyler Brown. There's varieties and errors. I've found there's variety and errors in every denomination, every series. The mint touts about being very quality oriented. Now I can tell you through my years of collecting, I've seen the quality go down. So with that being said, as I said earlier in this video, they took and they had talked about the single squeeze eliminating all the double dies. The first year we noticed a bunch of them, and there's some years that they have just a gaggle of them. The numbers are ridiculous. So, but yes, the dimes, as many of you know here that is in CoinOp or my Variety and Errors channel, I discovered a 1966 SMS Roosevelt dime that has what looks like a number 5 right on the cheek. Is it a real 5? Yeah, good question. I know a specialist that took some photography of the coin for me. He took and he overlaid a 5 from a 1965 SMS, and it took and it fit. So, do I think it's a 5? I'm very much leaning no. But I can tell you it does fit into it. I have I know Larry Briggs, and he helps with the Cherry Pickers Guide. And I took and I sold him one, and he bought one, and he's talking about putting it in the next Cherry Pickers Guide. So, are there real ones in the in the Roosevelt dimes? Yeah, is there in the quarters? I tell you what, I just bought at a coin show, a dealer who does not take and who does not collect varieties or errors. He had the 2015 Washington quarter, the one with the pumper or the water pump in front of the house. It's the one, I call it the double pumper. It's the double die verse number 004. And it was in a slab as an MS65, and I bought it for $5 for him and was happy to. Let's see here. I'm going to read a few of your guys' questions. Do you sell coins? Treston Pirtle. Yes, I do. Errors, ERRORS -4-U. That's on eBay. I also sell through Facebook, just not as much because they seem to be giving me a fit with their I don't know what they're doing. I think they just do not like I just don't think they like selling coins on there. I know some people have changed it, but let's see here. A 1909 penny is usually worth something. I agree with that statement. It's a great hobby, but you're right. So much new errors and varieties coming out almost daily. I found a bison nickel with a broken horn already. Yeah, that you're right. It all makes sense. Yeah, the double pumper tamaging, those are cool, I think. And there's also more than one variety of that double pumper. I like the 004, but I believe there's a number 20 something that where only part of the pump itself is on there, and that's still a neat one. I bought it from Dustin, actually. So let's see here, Robert. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, errors to you at AOL.com, and eBay's is error. Thank you very much, Ken. I appreciate it, buddy. 2016 no, two-tone. Well, when you say two-tone, it's hard for me to say. I don't know if it's a lamination error or not. So that's hard to say on that. Well, when he's saying $1 snake, I'm not certain if he's talking about it's two-tone as far as being copper on one side, silver on the other. It's hard to tell without pictures. 64 silver quarter. What's special about those? Well, one, they're silver, and you're going to get minimum, I'd say, 10 or 11 times face. I'm not certain what the price of silver is today. And it could go up depending upon the price of silver. But in 1964, there is also double dies on the reverse of those. They'll give you a nice premium. And, of course, the condition of the coin will take and determine value as well. Okay, loading coins and cards. I'd like to see that if you found one of the 44 double die versus, Logan, do you remember what the double die, believe it or not, I've discovered several new varieties and I don't memorize. You'd think I'd memorize the actual attribution of them, but I really don't. I think it's 22, double die offers number 22. Hey, Flora, would you mind grabbing me my penny from It's on the desk. It's on the left side, back in the back. Coin Dragon says it's DDO 022. Thank you, Coin Dragon. See, you guys know more about it than I do. Ken Beavy knows it. Wow. No, it's in a holder all the way back in the back right corner at the bottom of it. Let's see. Let's see, Robert, what do you base your variety prices on? I base my variety prices on coins on a few things. One, being in the hobby as far as selling now for several years. Coin Dragon. Coin Dragon, I know who you would be then if you are the current owner of the only one I have sold. No. You want to take over for a second? I can get it. Here, let me see that. I can look through that. I'm gonna see if I got a few things. Let's see here. What do I have in here? Junk. I don't know. Let's see here. Maybe it's in this one here. Yeah, I got. Oh no, this in here's just got some. Oh, that's a missing leaf. Here, that's not gonna be in it. I'm looking for that coin to see if I have it, guys, because I kept one of them. I'm going to take, and if that one person is on there that I think is on there, I want to take, and I want to make them jealous because I don't think they have seen the one that I have. No, it's just by itself. If you look at if you look at the back side of the desk, the right side in the corner, down at the bottom, there's about 4 coins just sitting there. And I believe it's on the bottom shelf. Let's see. Showing I gave a 06D uncirculated nickel different. Has a mustache. Wow, that'd be an interesting one to see. It sounds to me like it'd be a die chip. The 2016 D uncirculated nickel Jefferson has a mustache. Cheryl, that sounds like that could be a die chip. Let me see. Are these here? Any of these here? No, these are my discoveries. Yeah. Let's say you guys want to see some. Let's see here. Those are the 6 on the cheek. I got 3 of them here, guys. Actually, I have 4. Let's see here. I wanted to take and say hello to the Lost Coin Hunter. How are you tonight? And let's see here. Asvaldo. I hope I don't take it. I hope I didn't hatchet that name too much. I apologize if I did. Beckel. Hello. Good to see you all in here. I'm glad to see everybody in the chat. I'm glad that you're here. I'll tell you what, I appreciate you guys taking and making me feel welcome and making this here a little bit easier. And they'll be in a holder, only an Anex holder. It's an Anex holder. 1 second, guys. I know right where's that. Sorry about that. Hey, it looks like some of the yellowing has went away from the camera. Let's see, what's the nicest coin you found? Tristan Pirtle, are you referring to me? And, you know, it all depends on what you're referring to, the nicest coin I found. I just found a real nice foreign coin, but let's see here. I got a few. Okay, well, here I took, and here I thought I was going to show you the discovery of my penny that I wanted to take, and the number 22, but I don't have it. Let's see here. It's a 62 discovery coin, a 60. Here's my WRPM 268. Came back in a nice grade. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Nice coin. Let's see here. Robert, do you use a USB scope? Well, no. No. What I use, okay, when I'm coin roll hunting, guys, right here, it's a 16X. Now, and don't get me wrong, that's not the only one. I've got one here also. That's a 10X. Well, I don't know. One of these is a 10, one's a 16. And when I coin hunt, a lot of people ask, they tell me, I've spent, 30 minutes on one coin. No, if you're spending 30 minutes on a coin, if I spent 30 minutes on a coin, now this is just for me, but if I spent 30 minutes on a coin, I'd start seeing stuff. I'd start making stuff up in my head. Now, that's just me. I don't know about anybody else. I use the 16X because I can get the power I need. That's why I keep my glasses like this when I'm using it. Okay, it's a 1941, so I'm going to look at the ear. I'm going to look at In God We Trust. I'm going to look at Liberty. I know those are things. That's how I look at. I look at E pluribus unum, and I look at the bottom of the wheat stalks in the center. I'm done with that coin. Goes in the bag, it's nothing there. That's the time I look at a coin. Again, 39, I'm looking at the date. I don't care about anything else because I don't care about the double I. There is a double I if this was now, that's another thing. I do want to review that as well. Let me see here if I got one available. We're going to use this as an example. This is a newer coin. Okay, now, this is a 1934. With it being a new coin like this, I'll take a little bit more time. Because that's how you find a discovery coin. I'll look at everything. Now, after looking at literally about 5,000 coins every week, I sort of kind of know what each one of them are supposed to look like as far as the general idea of the design. This has nothing, but that's how much time I spent because I'm looking at the whole coin. So I take a little bit more time. Let's see here. The USB scopes I use is only for taking photographs. So let's see here. If somebody's asked the question and I've missed it, you may have to ask it again. Let's see. So over here. No, Cheryl, I have not seen the mustache one. I'll be honest, I'd have to see a photograph of it. Now, Ken Peavy's been kind enough to post my email address, which is errors2u@aol.com. And I would I'd be happy to look at it and get back with you when I get the, maybe after the video. I'm not certain. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Ken, again. I appreciate that. Any other questions, folks? Let's see. Yes, it can, Coin Dragon. Coin Dragon, are you the one who bought that 1944 that I sold on eBay? Edward, I think we've already discussed that also. The Buffalo or Indian Head nickel started in 1913. SJ, good question. Yes, I am going to probably be more so. Okay, I see who you are, Coin Dragon. As far as new adventures, I just plan on going and doing more live, doing some videos. Hopefully, one thing I want to let you know, in the comments down below, if you would, what I want to do is I want to find out what you guys would like to talk about. Because, I used to give Dustin all the subjects, and he says, I just go blank. I understand that now. So, I don't know what you guys want to see, what you want to talk about. I want to include you as much as I can. So as far as a project, SJ, well, it's going to depend upon the members here. I mean, you guys are the one that helps drive this channel, and I'd like to take and pick it out. Here's another thing I want to let you know. You guys are going to be the first to know this, okay? And my wife took it away. Oh, I love her to death. Okay. I'm going to take, and what I want to do is I'm going to have a giveaway. Now, it's not going to be tonight. Thank you, Tammy Jean. I'm going to take, and what I want to do is I'm going to give away one of my discovery coins. And what I'm going to do is I have to talk to Dustin to find out how a giveaway is done. Again, people, I understand. So we'll have to just wait and see on that, but I do plan on doing that. Let's see here. Let's see, exciting walking Liberty varieties. Oh, Amber, one of my favorite, I went to a coin show. Now I'm going to tell you a little story here. I went to a coin show up in Dayton, Ohio. People, this is the truth. I've got the coin in my safe. Problem is I don't have access to it right now. I took and I was looking through the coin dealer. I know him well. He took and he had all of his really good, high grade, more expensive coins in the back. And he knows I like better graded coins, and he says, "Here, would you like to look at it?" And so I started going through his box, and about halfway through, I took and I found a 1946 Gem BU double die reverse $50. Now, I took and I had it submitted, and it came back in mint state 65. So if anybody looks that up, that's about a $3,000 coin that I only had to pay $60 for. Knowledge is king in this hobby. Somebody else asked, how do you make money in this hobby? Learn. The more knowledge you have, the better you are. I learned how to grade. I've learned how to look for varieties. I've looked how to look to find errors. I love any variety I can make that much money on. Same dealer. Fast forward 5 years. Yes, knowledge is king, Ken Peavy. Fast forward, like I say, I took and I was looking through that same box. The coins had been several years after, and I took and I came across, it came back, and this thing I didn't own for long. I don't own it now. I wished I'd have never sold it, but I don't look back. I picked up an 1897 Indian head cent that was a BU coin. I submitted it, and it took and came back a PCGS MS63 red brown, and had a big old 1 right in the neck. So if any of you know about that coin, that's an extremely, extremely valuable coin. Let's see here. Hello, Mike. Let's see here. I'm looking to see if there's any questions. If I don't see them, I don't see them. Yes, Ken Peavy, it was the repunch date, 1897 repunch date, the 1 in the neck. A beautiful example. It was also an early dies state example. So, let's see here. Let's see here. The 1986 no mint mark dimes. I'm not up on that one right now, Mary Freeman. I would have to look into that. I'm not certain. I'm not quite certain of that. I know 75 is a real expensive the no S proof dime, which that reminds me, I don't know if I've got it here. See, I'm always very disorganized. Why? Well, disorganized in a good way. I think Ken Peavy would know what that is. But I just found a 1970, and when I initially looked at it, it's like, wow, this looks like a proof. Well, I turned it over on the back side, and it has a proof reverse. But the problem is, and I say the problem, here it is right here. I'll let you guys see it. I believe it's the FS901, which is the 1968 proof reverse. Now, I don't know. I'm certain there's markers. I may send it in because people, even I don't know everything. The dime, I have to look at it. Or okay, well, here I'll try. It's got a nice proof. I'm gonna try and get it. I know this is hard, folks. Uh, Hard to say, but or hard to see, I know. But if you look at it, it has proof characteristics, and definitely the torch is a proof torch. So I've got to look it up and see if I can find out. I'm friends with Brian Rains. He may know how to tell me some of the characteristics. Folks, a lot of times, just to let you know, the um, the grading companies won't tell you all their secrets of what they look for on varieties. Uh, yes, you're right, Ken. But they won't tell you all the markers. That way, they don't have to worry about counterfeiters. That's why this one here is one that it's a 1970. There's no mint mark on it, but it does have the two very deep grooves in the torch. Like I say, I'm wondering if it's the 68 proof reverse that they have. As I say, I've got it marked as the FS 901, which is it would be an FS 1970-901, which is the proof reverse. So if you have a cherry picker's guide, you can look that catalog up and you'll see which one I think I have here. It would be nicer if it was the proof reverse, or if it was the proof itself and not the proof reverse. $1 Snake, good seeing you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's see here. Should all key date coins, no matter of condition, should get graded? Jeff, it's a good question because, I've had key dates. I just sold a 18, I believe it was I think it's the 85 V nickel. It was such a low grade, I just sold it straight out. So, I didn't get it slabbed because it was only $100 coin. And to me, paying $40 or $50 just ate up most of the profit. So I don't know that, there's certain ones. I mean, if you get into a key date coin such as the 1916D Mercury dime, that one's been counterfeited to the moon and back. That one's almost a must to get a slab for it. There's a few others. The 09 SVDB, that would be another one. Let's see here. Well, okay, yeah. Ken brings up a good idea. Now here's another thing I want to talk about, and I'm just going to touch on it again. Leave comments as to what you'd like to discuss for future videos, and I'll see what I can do on that. The grading companies. Everybody says, oh, you got to have PCGS. Oh, you got to have NGC. Oh, you got to have ANEX. Oh, you got to have ICG, SEGS, you name it. There's a ton of them out there anymore. That's not true, people. Don't get me wrong, they all have their purpose. If you're new and you're starting, okay, it's nice. The top three, PCGS, NGC, and ANEX, and I'll even add ICG, they all have their purpose and they're all good. But I strongly suggest you get a book and you learn how to grade. Because one thing I took and I didn't understand is the dealers would tell me, buy the coin, not the slab. That has held so true because, here again, we go back to you want to make some money in coins, look at the grades. There's a lot of rattlers out there that are 1, 2, and even 3 points off. And what I mean by a point is they will take and a point is, say, a 60 and a 61. That's 1 point. I have taken in with one of the best auctions. The guy's name is Mark. I don't remember his last name, but he worked at the time for Heritage. And we took, and at one of the Sharonville convention coin shows, we went through, it was at the time, and we're going back probably 8 or 10 years, we went through almost, I think it was about $400,000 or $600,000 worth of slab gold coins that were in the old PCGS holders, and we were both grading them. And this is when I was a little younger, and I was watching him, and I wanted to learn because I knew he was good at it. And as we did, it was like a little game. He graded it, I graded it, and we discussed it. The best thing I liked about that is on the gold, it taught me how to grade gold pretty good. And you know what? A lot of people, if you can get good at grading gold, you can make some money because some dealers are not that good. I'll leave it at that, and you'll have to look at that or look into that. Let's see here. There is no substitute for your own experience and judgment. Ken, you are just full of a lot of information tonight, and it's all absolutely correct. One of these days, me and you are going to have to do a video together because you know what? I've watched your videos, and you have a lot of great information. I can tell you've been doing it for a minute. Hello, Cheryl. Long time no see. Let's see here. I have a 2000 frosted 15. Have to see a picture on the let's see here, Mark Connor. I'd have to see a picture. Errors to you at AOL.com so you can put that out. Well, I'm glad somebody else likes that. The large day Canadian dimes. Jewels like Vaporwave, I believe it is. You know what? There's one thing I've learned, and that is specialize. If you specialize in something great. Now, I have a little bit of knowledge about a lot of the entire hobby, but I specialize in variety and errors. Now, I have not got into the world arena yet. I guess that would be the best way to put it. Now, I know what a double die is on one of those. And I do know that the Canadian coinage, they have several varieties, especially on the, I want to say the nickels. I know they have the high and low. I want to say it's either, I think it's a 36. But I don't know much about it. I just know dribbles of information on it. So I'd have to study something like that before I could give you any kind of information on that. And I don't like to speak about things that I don't know much about. And I try to let people know that. Let's see here. Let's see here. What about a 1891 Indian head penny? The 9 looks like a upside down 8. The tail of the 9 is connected to the body. Esvalda, I believe that's your name. I'm not certain, but you're the one talking about the 1891 Indian that has what looks like an upside down 8. Sounds to me like you have a die chip. Now, again, I have to see that. Right there, SJ Mixed Adventures was polite enough to put my email address. And if you send me a photograph of it, I will do my best to describe it. Also, know people, when you send me a photograph, if it's blurry and I can't see nothing, I won't be able to help you. It's just that simple. So if you can take and if you can keep or give me a good photograph, that would be helpful. Okay, Sandy Peace, I believe you're right about that. I'll take your word for it, but I'm not a specialist in that. You guys are asking a lot about Canadian coins. I apologize, but I'm not that well versed on that. Edwin, you're welcome. I hope I helped you in any ways. Yes, close up and in focus, people. If you want an answer from me, you're going to have to do that. If not, I'll be honest with you. If I can't see it, I can't respond to it. If you do have a picture, send it to my email, and I'll be happy to take a look at it. And I'll try to get to all those tonight. I'm not making no promises, depending on what time we get done here. Let's see. I need a drink of water. Yes, it's water. I got that at the Mint. At one time, it used to be beer, but I don't drink no more, so it's water. Let's see. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Still Confused. Let's see. I'm just reading. Huh. Okay. Yeah, isn't that a nice mug? I bought that at the Treasury Department. Oh, I don't know how many years ago. I don't even know if they still have it. But it seems to me back in the day, it still cost me a good penny. But I tell you what, you talk about a sturdy mug, and boy, I think you could probably come close to putting the 40 ouncer in there if you drink some. Uh, it's just a heck of a mug. That's all I got to say. What? Show the other side. Oh, oh, okay. My wife said to show the other side. It's got a beautiful Morgan, and it's got the gold. Thank you, Edwin. I enjoy it. Ah, okay. There. Let's see here. Does that mag have any errors on it? You know what? I actually looked for that, believe it or not. I took and still confused. I looked to see if there was one, and let's see. The Morgan dollars are 18.95, and let's see here. The MCMDII is the golden one. I will not. Huh? Yeah, you can knock a lot of people out with that, Amber. It's heavy. Trust me. Does the 1991 D Lincoln Cent have a double die variety? Mike Wolf, I would have to look it up. I don't know. Maybe somebody else can answer that question. Honestly, I take and very seldom do I look at the modern stuff, even though I know there's plenty of varieties there. I've got rolls of the modern that I just have not got time. I'm still working on wheat cents. As I say, right now I'm probably looking at about 15,000 wheat pennies that I've got to go through. So I don't quite know that answer. I apologize. Let's see. Let's see here. Checking my database. Ah, thank you, Ken. Yeah, I don't. One of these days, I'm certain I'll be able to take and cross channels to check a database and tile my screen. But my first time out, I'm not going to do that. So, Edwin, I took and yeah, I've been doing this long enough. Yeah, I want to get back to that. Me and Ken both know knowledge is power in this hobby. It truly is. I took the ANA. I would recommend anybody who is here that is on CoinOp. This is a wonderful membership, almost to a club. I belong to the Cincinnati Coin Club here. I go there as often as I can. I am also an ANA member. Been a member since 1995, and I'm a numismatist scholar. I took all the tests, so trust me, that don't make me a whiz or anything. It just means I know a little bit about a lot of different areas. This hobby is truly, there's just so much information. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, money.org for the ANA. That, they are full of information. They got wonderful articles. It's just a treasure trove of information for anybody, and it's for everything out there. I mean, you can go from U.S. coins to any world coin you want. In somewhere they've got an article on it. Let's see here. Mike Wolf, the 09 no VDB is somewhat common in lower grades. I still find them in bags. Uh, Edwin, don't follow my advice. Here's my advice. Do what you enjoy. Collect what you enjoy. If you like it, collect it. That is the wonderful thing about this, And I've got a set. In fact, I was talking to somebody else about this. I've got a set that I've been working on. It is the 20th century type coins. And instead of me collecting the types that are in there, that's pretty easy to do. I mean, a person can do that relatively simple. It wouldn't be that expensive. But what I've done is I'm trying to get each one of the all the series and the denominations in that book. I'm trying to fill it up with gold-plated coins. Sounds pretty easy. They come around from time to time. You got that right, Ken. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. But that's the reason I'm trying to put together this typeset. I took, and for me, the search is the fun. That's why I collect varieties. I love searching. I took, and I've got my book about half full. It's in the other room. Maybe one of these days I'll get it out and show it to you guys. But there's a lot of them that's very difficult to find a gold-plated, especially the silver coins. So let's see here. Bob Joe, what is my favorite double die? All of them. I don't know if I have a favorite. One of my early finds, which got me real excited, was the 1936 Lincoln Cent double die obverse. It was the number 1, and I had taken and I found it in MS63 red. At least that's what it came back from ANEX at the time. ANEX was about the only one that did varieties. And at that time, that was my favorite. When I found my 46 double die reverse, Walking Liberty half, that was my favorite for a while. I mean, I sort of like all the double dies. Like I said, I'm trying to think I really never put that to thought. So I'd have to think about that one. Let's see here. 1899 Barber Dime. I don't have my book handy to look it up to see what the scarcity of that would be, to see if it would be even worth it. Condition would say one thing. So as far as whether you should have it submitted or not. And he said that 1960 penny was a good year to look for errors, and it's over. Penny Pincher, 1960 Denver. You got both large and small date. Yeah, you have well over. My last discovery that I have. Let's see here. Here you go. 1960. Let's see. I'm trying to get it where you can see it, folks. Well, if you can't read it, it's WRPM 268. So, coming close to 300 double dies for the 1960Bs. Coin Dragon, I'm partial for the 83P DDR1. You know what? I got one Coin Dragon. I just got one of the MS65. It's for sale. I haven't put it on eBay or nothing. I just carry it around to be at coin shows. I gotta have something for a coin show. Let's see here. Is there any value to the 60? Todd saying yes, for the right one and the right grade. There's value. There's value in any coin depending upon the grade. The condition has a lot to do with it, but also in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, they're just packed full of a lot of varieties. I'd like to say the 67 Lincoln has so many varieties. 67 has a couple, but I wouldn't say a bunch. 66 also has a couple, and they're quite rare and quite valuable, but again, depending upon grade. Let's see. Okay, Mark O'Connor, I will check it after the stream is over. I apologize, but I am not talented enough to go look at it while I'm on live on the video. I'm not even certain I'm able to. Let's see here. Just trying to 77K half. That is delaminating. Anything special? If you found a 77 Kennedy half, you say that is delaminating. Ronald, Florida, I would suggest that you send me a picture so I can look and see what you're referring to. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Amber says 72 has good double die. Yes, in 1972. by some calculations, there's 20 some double dies. I like the top 10 the best. Let's see here. Could I send you my coin for you to grade them? Jewel, like, you know, be best if you send a picture first. If I see something that I think needs to be graded, I'll be more than happy to let you know. Paul's Brown says, I love the 72 DDOs. Yes, I'm certain. I love them myself. They're nice. They're interesting. I have never found the number 4 DDO. I wish I could. I studied it a lot, and I could see it, and I would know it as soon as I've seen it, but I have not been able to. Lincoln Central coins. You know, my the proof 68s are all denominations have got varieties on them. I just sold a 68S RPM. I don't remember which one, but it's the one in the Cherry Picker's Guide. It was the RPM and very scarce one. It's the scarcest one of them all. I believe we just sold that online. I want to say it was a proof 66, and I believe it took and sold for $700. So yes, there were some very good varieties in 1968 in the proof. So definitely want to look through those. Let's see, Ronald, Florida. SJ has sent you that information. Let's see, I still need 4, 5, 6, and 9. Amber, I have 5s. I have a 6. I might have a 9. I don't know. We'll talk another time about that. Let's see here. Get anything exceptional. Oh, Sky. Okay. No, actually, a lot of those were misattributed. I was hoping to get a hold of your boy and say that I was going to send him more money, but instead I took and I got a hold of him and said, not worth it. And in fact, I was ready to send him back, but he worked with me on the price to make it good enough for me to keep. So, I mean, there was some good things, so don't get me wrong. Or BU rolls worth getting? Well, Penny Pincher, what is your purpose for getting BU rolls? If you can take and be a little more specific, I can tell you whether or not, or give you my opinion of it. Let's see here. Let's see with the. Well, Brian Jordan, it depends on which RPM you have. There's several of them out there. Let's see here. My favorite DD is WDDO02 Shield Scent. What year would that be, Chris Hurley? I don't know the year, so I mean, there's a lot of years in that WDDO002. Could be several. Let's see here. Not certain how to answer that, Tom Castano. I'm not certain what you mean by that. Sorry to hear that. Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. I'm just reading some, trying to catch up on some of this chat. Okay, Penny Pitcher getting, you know, that's a good question. Trying to get B rolls and try and get a high grade. You know, it depends what year you're going to go with. Are you going to buy brand new pennies? You know, I've bought boxes, okay, many, many times. So that's a great question. You know, I can usually tell after the first couple rolls whether there's going to be high grades or not. If you're getting brand new ones, like say 2018s, I'm a little leery of that. Unless you got a lot of experience under your belt for grading. The 60s, that would take in, let's see, I'm assuming you're talking any of the 1960s. You know, look up on go to pcgs.com and go to their hold on a second, let me think of it here. Go to their population report. Look and see how many is there. Look for the one with the least number on it for that grade. And then you have to go from there. That'll tell you whether or not it would be worth getting them slabbed or not. And if it says, yeah, from 60 to 74 penny pincher, like I say, you have to look and see exactly what you have to see the pop report, because some of those years they have a lot of 65, say, or 66s, but maybe only 167 and no 68s. Then you have to figure out if you have that grade, and figuring that out is sometimes tough. I still have a problem. Let's see here, Robert. Have you heard of any nickel laminated errors with copper and silver? I have 94. Jewel like vapor. No, I don't know how that would even be possible unless it was wrong planted. Let's see here. Tammy Jean, thanks for stopping by. Nice to see you, and hopefully we'll be doing this again sometime. Let's see. Very fun. Bill J, you know what I think I heard? Yeah, there is some Bill J. I just don't know which ones yet. Yeah, good night, Tammy Jean. Let's see here. Yeah, Ken brings up a good point. A less experienced collector tends to overgrade. I've got many years I'm told I take, and I'm very conservative at grading, so I sort of like that, because when I take and whenever I submit coins to get graded, I'm usually 1 or 2 points low on my own private stuff. So they call that a conservative grader. So, but I've seen people send me coins, or at least not send me, but send me pictures of coins that are AU coins, thinking they're Gem BUs. That's sort of a difficult thing to say. So, penny pincher, it's hard for me to answer that question for you. A lot of it would depend upon your experience. Let's see here. Hello, Bill J. Quick question. What books would you recommend for grading Morgan Dollars, business and proofs? I find that PCGS has a grading book. It's not the cheapest book out there. And I'm not certain if they're doing a live version of this, or if they've got it up on the internet yet, because I know they sell a lot of them. But I would say PCGS they have a good grading book, because I believe they go by the ANA standards, but that's another book that is good to use. I believe there's a specific book out there for strictly Morgan Dollars. Yeah, Ken, they do have photo grade, but they also have, as Amber points out, videos, and they also have their own. It's just PCGS. I've got the book. That's one reason I even know it, and I know they updated it, but they have their own photo grade book. Oh, okay. You're saying, Ken, that it's a photo grade section. I assume that's on their website. Maybe you can confirm that. So I believe that's what it is. Let's see. Mike Wolf, you know what? That question is almost a loaded question, and I say that not at you, but just that certain coins, and I think Ken Peavy would probably agree with me, maybe Amber, I'm not certain, but certain series, certain coins, you're better off going with one grading company or another. I'm not going to point out the examples, because that really gets into a little bit of difficulty. but I don't know that there's a really good answer to that. I would suggest, the one thing we know for a fact, PCGS, sight unseen, sells for the highest percentage of or on auction sites. That's a sight unseen coin. Closely following them is NGC and ANAX. Sometimes NGC actually is higher than PCGS. It's almost a revolving door when you watch the when you look at the gray sheet. They have the percentages, and that changes from time to time. Sometimes NGC is in the lead, sometimes PCGS is in the lead. I think those are the two that normally keep it in the lead, and that's about the best answer I can give you on that. What year for Lincoln Cents have the lowest grades for the year? I don't know low grades. The Lost Coin Hunter. I'm not a person that I don't collect the low grades, so I don't think I can answer that for you. I apologize. Maybe somebody else knows that in the group. Let's see. I'll try to photograph, but definitely need much more detailed information on this specific here. Okay. Meat Sack of Doom, I believe it is. I believe that there's a company. Gosh, I know who it is, and I'm just trying to think of the name off the top of my head. There's a company that does specific series books, and they are the ones that will break down for you. Like, let's just use for an example the Indian Head Penny. They will go through year by year, tell you if they're going to be weakly struck or if they were particularly strong struck. They give you a great breakdown. So you can find books specific to that denomination. So if you're looking, let's say, for the Morgan dollar, find a book that specializes in strictly Morgan dollars, and that'll give you the most information and probably be the most helpful to you. Let's see here. Janet Smith, no, you do not need a license to sell coins. Can you get in trouble? I think you can. Not that you'd get in trouble for selling them. There's a lot of people that sell bum coins. But like with me, I'm ANAX. I'm sorry, not ANAX. ANA certified, and I took the grading course, and I know how to grade. So usually if I tell you it's a BU coin, it's going to be that. It's going to be an uncirculated coin. If I say it's a gem BU, it'd probably be that. Thank you, Brian Jordan. You're right. But my point is, it just adds a little bit of clout to when you sell. Here again, I'm going to go back to always buy the coin, not a slab, not the grade. Listen, folks, we've been on for an hour and 17 minutes. I just looked up and seen the clock. Wow. You guys have truly made this hour and 15 minutes or 17 minutes go by quick. I'm going to end the video now. I hope to see you all again sometime soon. I'll probably take and go make a visit to my local computer store and possibly pick up a microscope to add to the videos to where we can start looking at some other things as far as coins that are going to be close up, and I can start showing you some of the varieties I find. I like the under the scope that Ken Peavy does. He does a wonderful job at that, and it's just it's just fun watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for all your questions. Thank you all for just being so helpful to me. Was a little nervous, and I sort of lost that with all your questions, so I appreciate all that. I wish I could name each and every one of you guys, but to be honest, you guys, there's so many of you. But thank you, each and every one. I truly, truly appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you again real soon on CoinUp. And before I go, I want to say I hope to see a bunch of you at the Sharonville Coin Show. As I say, it's coming up in June the 29th and 30th in Sharonville, Ohio. And me and Dustin Morgan both should be there. I'll try and remind you as time gets closer. You all have a good evening. Thank you very much, and I will be talking to you all soon. Good night, all. Thanks again.